Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 4 de Tex Murphy, Tesla Effect. Ontem, Tex interceptou uma chamada no escritório do falecido detetive Maldonado de uma mulher que o conhece, mas da qual ele não lembra. Indo atrás, descobre que é Ariel, mulher do neurocirurgião Mason Bowers, que trabalhava com o experimento de apagamento de memórias e atualmente está desaparecido. Tex acha que, como Ariel fez que o reconhece, de certo o apagamento da sua memória teria a ver com o experimento do marido dela, Dr. Mason. Para agora, temos indicações pendentes para explorar o Clube Llama e voltar a interrogar Rook na casa de penhores. Já dá para viajar direto daqui? Chandler Avenue.
I better drop by the barbecue joint and see how that dweeb Mojo's doing.
Maybe he's decrypted that memory stick.
Yeah, about time, too. I need a new lead on this case.
Então já vou ter o pendrive descriptografado. Vamos no Clube Llama, né, que está pendente há mais tempo. Eu tinha certeza que era do lado do detetive. E temos que ver também se abriu ali aquele lugar do Art Ellis. Ali, Llama Club, do lado da Branca de Neve. Que a gente achou o cartão lá no detetive. Chave de segurança do Llama Club.
Cigarettes. Yummy.
The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot.
Only the most prestigious people are invited to this club.
Tem que examinar bem os cantos.
Yeah, I bet some intense smoking competitions take place here.
Clube dos cigarros Llama, vai. Clube de fumantes. Aqui não tem nada para ver, nada para pegar. Mas pouca coisa para ver e nada para pegar. A gente tem que jogar mini golfe aqui. E acho que é a única coisa para fazer aqui no clube. Oh. Ih, perdi a memória, tudo de novo? Cadê eu? Então agora nós temos que ir no Rook e temos que ir no Barbecue.
It's closed. Most businesses on Chandler Avenue won't open until later.
Não abriu ainda o Archellis. Mas mudou de dia, por que que não abriu?
So, your memory stick's all ready to go. Now, what do you give me for it?
O que que eu vou dar? Usar a minha fama. Você é Mojo. Perdão. Você é o Mojo.
What are you talking about? I thought we were partners in anti-crime.
You think I'm gonna solve your case for free just because you're my idol? No, the great Tex Murphy wouldn't lift a finger without compensation. Neither will I.
Intimidação, grãos, nova linha de trabalho.
So, how much are we talking here?
Do you have an action figure? I want something money can't buy.
Algo que o dinheiro não possa comprar? Loja de joguetes, de brinquedos, local, nova linha de trabalho, sobras.
I used to have a Pez dispenser.
No, I want an action figure of you.
Escéptico, mais escéptico ainda, o adulador.
Come on, Chief. Nobody likes to suck up.
You know how your cases always have 100 loose ends and you need that one missing piece to tie it all together?
Confuso, passo 1, negar. Passo 2, ira. Confuso.
Where do you find this stuff out?
This could be that one missing piece. Mr. Murphy, you need this.
Passo 5, aceitar. Bolsos vazios. Todavia enojado. Bolsos vazios.
Yeah, well, I'm all out of action figures, so now what?
Do you remember that sicko who was going around with a liquid nitrogen freeze gun, shooting people and then smashing them? The press called him the Nitro Stalker. You got involved and the cops finally found him a few weeks later, smashed into a million pieces.
Engraçadinho. Quem? Eu? Amanhecer. Engraçadinho demais pro meu gosto.
Sounds like he was pretty broken up.
Everybody knows you were behind that bit of freeze-dried justice. The freeze gun was never found, and I'm betting you took it. I'll trade you the memory stick straight up for it.
Uma pistola de gelo? Sem ajuda, você ganha. Habladorias. Ganhas.
I'll see what I can do.
Vou perguntar para ele sobre a pistola congeladora. Congelante.
Don't know.
I wonder who'd know about that stupid freeze gun around here.
O Louie, é claro, quem é que sabe de tudo?
Whatever you need, wife. Just ask.
Mas me responda então, pistola congelante.
You got me there, wife.
Por que você diz que vai responder tudo que é só eu pedir? E eu pedi por favor, você tinha que me responder alguma coisa.
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions?
Porque eu preciso saber da pistola congelante.
Can't help you with that.
We need to talk.
Oh, do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
Well, it's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
You know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Well, Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else?
Eu tinha esquecido até que eu tinha que falar com o Rook depois que eu saí da casa de praia. Eu fui direto lá no barbecue.
Well, the freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.
Eu tenho que ir lá nos vigilantes, mas tá fechado. Ou será que agora abriu? Ah, abriu aqui o clube agora. Os Cavaleiros da Noite.
O Lord, we beseech thee.
Give us strength,
Courage.
Protection.
Hail, fellow countrymen. We are ready to begin our quest.
Hunting the dreadful night beast. Make haste.
Sorry, Tex, we gotta run.
Farewell, Sir Larry, Curly, and Moe. I'll be sure to tell Snow White you're gonna be late for breakfast.
Ooh, now this place is cool. A nerdy 7th grader's paradise.
Yeah, every weapon you'd ever need to be a level 85 World of Warlord chieftain. Well, I don't teach go-go dance at my academy. We're more respectable than that. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. Good Lord. They're LARPers. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. I wonder what this key opens.
Achei uma chave, então. Não sei da onde.
It's a padlock key for a refrigerator, for extreme dieters only.
Chave da geladeira.
I used to love the game of Twisty, until I realized its true sinister purpose.
Ah, pensei que ia aparecer um vídeo.
Whoa, better tell Yogi to be on the lookout for these in Jellystone. The half-life of Weenie World burgers is at least 20 years. Looks like someone has already helped themselves to the items behind the counter. Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're on. Ow! Yep.
Estavam mesmo. Ah, daqui, ó. A chave.
Ah, poor Rusty. I knew him well. Hey, where are the fun masks? I was promised fun masks. Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only.
O Santo Grau tá aqui.
My God. You know what that is? It's the cup of the carpenter. It's from the Holy Land Toys collection by Robco. Batteries not included, a $10 value.
Mas por que ele abriu isso aqui se não ia pegar nada? Só para ganhar pontos?
Yep, that's not diet. Mace is still a common tool for women's self-defense. Gross. No one's ever removed this thing since the incident?
Ih, vai lá pra cima, vai encontrar o flecha negra.
Roof access. Wait a second. I remember years ago, Rusty once bragged that he had a secret panel installed in the water tower on the roof to hide his smuggled illegal novelty items. I wonder if the Morlock hunters stash their valuables there as well. That leads to Rusty's roof. Whoa, better tell Yogi to be on the lookout for these in Jellystone.
Tem pé de cabra aqui que ele não pode pegar. Ah, tem uma outra
It's a
chave.
key to a padlock.
É a chave da passagem secreta. Mas se ele não alcança ali, como é que ele vai usar essa chave?
It's a padlock key. Well, that was stupid. This needs a key.
Ah, vai ver que eu cliquei nas grades em vez de clicar no cadeado. É, foi bem isso, né?
I see they put Rusty's zipline back in place. How convenient. I see they put Rusty's zipline back in place. How convenient.
Ah, já tem onde usar então. A zipline. Se eu abrir aqui, eu morro.
Well, you're dead. Good thing you saved your game. Wait, you did save your game, right? Because there is no way I'm going through all that again.
Você guardou o jogo pra mim, não guardou? Como é que eu uso essa zipline?
Yeah, I need a zipline trolley to place on that rope.
Aí, tomou, papudo? Tinha aqui. Parece que eu tô tão alto.
No way! A freeze gun? This is definitely your coolest case ever.
No pun intended.
With freeze guns, the puns are always intended. Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Please, have mercy.
I'm afraid my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
I'm gonna find a way to turn you off, I swear.
You're not sending me to the cooler. Cool party? Fine, I'm done.
Thank God.
Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it is the chilling sound of your doom.
Thank you, Deus Ex Machina.
Acho que eu podia ter viajado direto lá pro barbecue.
You got it, didn't you? The Nitro Stalker Freeze Gun. So cool. My internet group is gonna be so jealous.
Ameaçar com violência, aviso forte, um pequeno favor.
Listen, kid. We kind of keep this on the down low. If the cops find out I gave this to you, I'm probably gonna lose my license.
You can count on me. And I've already forgotten what was on that memory stick. Lips are zipped.
Good enough. And, by the way, that doesn't work.
Mas o que eu tenho para perguntar aqui? Mais nada, né? Tudo eu já perguntei. Por que ele não saiu direto?
We may only get one chance, Carlos, so I wanted to go over the plan one more time. If Margaret shows up at the Ritz, call me immediately. If I'm delayed, detain her. We have to assume she won't give up the egg voluntarily, but I want to talk to her first. You know why I've given you the cryo chamber, but that has to be the very last resort. And if anything happens to me, I'll need you to contact a friend of mine. Keep it safe until I retrieve it.
Well, it sounds like Mason and Margaret had a major disagreement. I need to locate both of them and get to the bottom of this. I decide to head back to my office to sort things out.
Hey, cowboy. Any memories coming back yet?
Not so far, but something tells me I might be missing out on some really good ones.
That's solid detective work.
So... were we dating?
Dating? Oh, that's so cute. I guess you can call it that. But we were also working together in a more professional capacity.
Well, now my detective skills are picking up a little sarcasm.
Seriously, cowboy, you're good. I've learned a lot working with you the past couple weeks.
Let me get this straight. You and I were working on a case together? Do you mind telling me about that?
Not at all. You wanted a list of tenants here at the Ritz as far back as I could go.
Why would I do that?
It was your dreams. They were vivid before, but they were getting out of control. It's almost like they were changing you into someone else. You talked about seeing things from the past, but you wouldn't give me details. You were incredibly stressed. It was like you actually believed this apartment was haunted. You even started looking into psychometry.
Psycho what?
Psychometry. It's the belief that an object can contain a person's energy or memories.
So, not only am I an amnesiac, but I'm a paranormal idiot. Great.
Sounds crazy, I know. But then we found out about Donnelly.
Who?
J.T. Donnelly. It was the most bizarre thing. I'd heard you mention the name in your sleep. But then, his name turned up when I checked out the previous tenants.
So who is this guy?
He's a private investigator, a real old-school brute. He worked for some powerful, influential people, but then he disappeared around 1943. His last known address was here.
San Francisco.
No, here, at the Ritz in this exact apartment.
Okay, that's a little bizarre.
It gets bizarrier. You called me one night, raving like a lunatic, saying the walls were talking. I rushed over and found holes smashed in the wall, and you curled up on the floor in a ball.
Well, I'm glad to hear I haven't changed that much.
You wouldn't tell me what had happened. But after that, you wouldn't sleep here. That's when you got your new place and started to sleep there.
Hold on. I have another place?
Yes, you do. And it's even nicer than here.
This is all crazy. I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight just to see whether it affects me in the same way.
Do you want some company?
Listen, Taylor, I'm beginning to see what the other me saw in you. But in my head, it's still 2043. I've got to tell you, there was somebody else.
Chelsea, I know. I know how much she meant to you, Tex. Losing her was traumatic as hell for you. But she's gone. And there's nothing you can say or do or don't do that's gonna bring her back.
Como é que você sabe que ela morreu?
Do you feel that?
I sure do.
I'm alive. And that's my heart. It's yours if you want it. And it comes with all the other bits.
Ai, ai. Ser fiel a Chelsea, ir com Taylor, indigno de confiança. Ele está 7 anos antes e ele acha que a Chelsea não morreu.
I'm sorry, Taylor, but I love Chelsea, and I never even got the chance to tell her. And if there's any chance that I can find her, I've got to do it. I hope you'd understand.
I don't understand, Tex. Why can't you let this go? It's crazy. That room you have across the hall with all our stuff is like some sick Chelsea shrine. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna go.
Eu fiz um santuário para Chelsea.
6 hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Last night felt like a blindside punch to the face. I didn't think having Taylor walking out of my office could be so painful. There's just something reassuring and comfortable about her, but I've got way too many questions, yearnings, and guilt not to find out what happened to Chelsea. Even if it kills me, I've got to know. There's something darker than the night I'm dealing with, and it hinges on what happened that evening 7 years ago with her. As Taylor leaves, she hands me the key to a room at the Ritz she calls the Chelsea Shrine Room.
O altar deve estar... Ah, você tem um fax. O altar deve estar em algum lugar do hotel.
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Visitar o Archie.
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Ah, ele sempre fala isso. Ele disse em algum lugar do hotel. Não no apartamento dele mesmo. Ainda não posso chamar o cara. Se eu fiquei com uma chave no inventário? Ah, tem uma chave. Quem me deu essa chave? 2E.
According to Taylor, this opens a room here at the Ritz that has some of Chelsea's belongings.
Ah, 2E. E foi a Taylor que me deu a chave, eu nem tinha prestado atenção. Se a Bá não estivesse aqui... 2E.
Yeah, needs a key.
Ah, linda.
I'm here to ask you out for dinner, and I'm not taking no for an answer.
What, like a date?
No, it'd be more like 2 friends having a great meal and maybe some stimulating conversation.
I guess that'd be okay. I mean, yeah, that'd be all right.
So what are you in the mood for? You know, I heard Weenie World put tater tots on the menu.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you let me make you dinner at my place? It's cheaper than going out. And besides, I have something I'd like to talk to you about. Let's say 8 o'clock?
Well, you talked me into it, Miss Bell.
Well, I feel so spoiled.
By the way, what should I bring, red or white?
You better bring both.
Ah, bons tempos.
It's funny how fashion cycles circle around. It's a picture of me and my would-be girlfriend Chelsea Bando. I've got a gut feeling she's out there. Chelsea always looked great in hats. These are all Chelsea's belongings. When the police closed her case, I must have picked up these items from her apartment. It's a picture of Chelsea. Oh, that's got to be a fire hazard. Chelsea loved to go to Arizona. I'd like to think I was the only thing keeping her here on Chandler Avenue.
I love the Golden Pagoda.
A reminder of the best and worst night of my life.
É, melhor e pior noite.
Yeah, I remember how much Chelsea wanted to go to the Fuchsia Flamingo that night. It's Chelsea's business card for her newsstand. I didn't have the heart to tell her that print is dead.
E esse chicote aqui, ele nem falou nada da noite do chicote.
I remember this thing was $14.99. Man, I spent an entire 3 months' salary on a ring for Chelsea. Oh, that's gotta be a fire hazard.
Será que era só pra ver, não pegar nada, não?
Of all the skills Chelsea had, one in particular comes to mind. She'll always be my queen of the rodeo.
Nem da cadeira. É que era só pra ver que ele ficou louco mesmo. Fez um santuário pra Chelsea. E ainda continua sem poder chamar o cara.
Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. He ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Velhos hábitos sob o radar. Mostre e conte.
Whoever gave me this lump on my head wasn't some midget alien. No offense.
Hello, aliens? We all know they have long arms. Yowza!
You really back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ooh. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place. And I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
Descuido de responsabilidade de vizinho, meus dias malvados, lição histórica, meus dias malvados.
I've also turned into a heartless jerk, apparently.
Sounded like the same Murph to me, making jokes and putting your cigarette out in my herbal tea before I'm done
Não,
with it.
pior que isso. Outra vez de ficar um saco. Desconhecido e ficção, alcançar, lição histórica. Alcançar.
Yeah, you're never gonna let me forget that one, are you? So we talked recently.
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all the way.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder. I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers, Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard? She's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola. The cough drop?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil, the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So are we almost to the part about Margaret Leonard?
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943 when the FBI just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cache just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets
Margaret Leonard.
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married. I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. After that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cache since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. It's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. You know, in 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, a death ray, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cache. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that.
Vamos perguntar sobre tudo. Fale-me sobre mim.
And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me.
Por isso que você está vivo nesse novo jogo ainda. Se eu não voltasse para avisar. Hotel Ritz.
Seems nice.
Art Ellis, fale de você.
You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere.
Virtuais. 3 cards to midnight.
You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case, the NSA and all that.
Louis.
I eat at the Brew and Stew all the time.
Perda de memória.
I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years.
Holly Graham.
Yeah, oh, that's the hollow babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were.
Rook Gardner.
He's not very friendly, is he?
Inspector Barnes Barbecue.
My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn.
foto de mulher.
Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh?
Pistola congelante.
Don't know about that.
J.T. Donnelly.
Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters.
Os meus sonhos.
No, both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact.
Margaret Leonard.
I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years.
Charles Johansson.
He died like 40 years ago and either left the Tesla cash with Margaret Leonard or somebody else, or he took it to the grave.
Tesla Cash, a caixa de Tesla.
The Tesla cash is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it?
Brigadinho, somos.
As I leave, Archie hands me an old photograph of Margaret Leonard. Maybe someone else on Chandler will recognize her from the picture.
Ah, eu tenho a foto aqui. É a Johnny Lockhart.
I wonder if anyone else on Chandler Avenue has seen Margaret Leonard.
Eu vi nos antigos seriados. No antigo seriado. Então é isso. Hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.